Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. We are basically halfway through this dungeon, and we just have to use the fire rod that we just picked up in the last episode there to destroy the face and neck of this skull bug that we're going to head to here. So, and that'll fill out the rest of the dungeon. You might want to have some potions on hand here. Maybe even a magic potion, because this boss can be kind of tricky. This boss actually, what's unique about this boss is he's also the only boss that's vulnerable to the good bee. You can actually use the good bee to damage this boss. So, use the fire rod, it burns down that little head and neck. Now we can head down here, and it's kind of tricky here. It's there's actually blocks that block the way, so you gotta go to the left, right to the twice, and then left, and go around, because if you try to go the wrong way, it's just blocked off. So let's head down this way, because there's that little thing that turns you into a bunny down there, so if we go this way, we can avoid it. And we head over this way, and we want to pick up a key, and now we can just warp back to the entrance with our magic mirror, because we need this key to open this door up here to get through the rest of the labyrinth. So now the biggest problem we have here is that we're gonna have a lot of those hands popping down, so I want to be just really careful here. Just step on a skull and then watch where the floor shifts, and then slowly work your way over here to this door. And we're gonna have another one of these torch puzzles. But this time, the fourth torch is going to be across a pit, so we're going to need the fire rod to light it. But the other three here, we can just save a little bit of our magic and just use the lantern. We'll have more than enough time to have all the torches lit and reach the door. So, and remember with Agenham, how he went back into the curtains after we made Zelda disappear. Well, in this dungeon we're gonna have to cut back a curtain here to get further into the dungeon. So heading up, and this is where our Bombos medallion comes in really handy. As you can see, we're taking out all these enemies. Too bad a hand didn't come down too. You can thing can destroy the hand, but only if it's on screen. So. Here we're basically at the end of the dungeon, so we're just gonna fall down this hole, and we're going to fight the boss, Mothula. So this guy can be kind of annoying because he's gonna shoot fireballs at you, but the worst part about him is, see the spikes. The spikes are going to move around, so they're like the main issue, the spikes. So you're always shifting around, and the floor is also a conveyor belt, and it shifts around, so it's not necessarily really easy to dodge the spikes, because sometimes the floor will move you into the spikes, and the whole time you're trying to dodge his fireballs, trying to dodge the spikes, and the floor's moving underneath you, so it can be kind of tricky. So like I said, you could use the good bee on him. Doesn't do too much damage, but it does do some. So. And with that, we've rescued our third maiden. And we know where the fourth maiden is. The fourth maiden is very close by, and the dungeon is actually very short, so we'll actually be doing the fourth dungeon in this one as well, so once again, Felfel, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Do you know the prophecy of the Great Cataclysm? This is the way I heard it. If a person who has an evil heart gets the Triforce, a hero is destined to appear, and he alone must face the person who began the Great Cataclysm. If the evil one destroys the hero, nothing can save the world from his wicked reign. Only a person of the Knights of Hyrule, who protected the royalty of Hylia, can become the hero. You are of their bloodline, aren't you? Then you must rescue Zelda without fail. Alright, we will try to do exactly that. But unfortunately, we can't rescue Zelda. We'll be rescuing her at the very end. She's in the 7th dungeon. So, yeah, it's just, it's easier to, get out of the Lost Woods through the, Light World. So we're just gonna warp back into the light world, and then we can hop back into the dark world through that teleporter that we used earlier. So yeah, it's much, otherwise we'd have to kind of go back through the dungeon, in and out of the dungeon to get where we need to go. So much easier to just do it like I did here, warp back into the light world, and then exit and use that portal. So now we're going to head on down into the Village of Outcasts, which is the Dark World variant of Kariko Village. And this is basically, for lack of better terms, Thieves Town. So people without rupees are not welcomed here. So all the villagers are going to be like the thieves in that the Lost Woods, and that they'll try to run into you, and when they run into you, you'll drop rupees and some maybe an arrow and a bomb. So, but even though they're gonna steal rupees, we're gonna steal rupees off of them. There's quite a few chests here that we can pick up, and we're gonna obviously want to use some of those rupees because there's another game that we can play in here. So. Talk with this tree. Do you know about the gargoyle statue in the village? People say they can hear a girl calling for help under that statue. Really strange. So that's our clue on how we're going to get to the fourth dungeon. So, which if you look at our map is in this village. So. Oh, more rupees. And we have this little hut over here. You can see the cracked wall. Means put a bomb there. We got skeleton chickens, which function just like the chickens in the regular world, so you don't want to hit them. So. And we can get some more rupees, but we're already maxed out on rupees, so. Well, might as well just pick up the chest anyway. So you're going to grab the pitchfork, pull it out, and we can enter into dungeon number 4. So the gimmick in this dungeon is there's just kind of these platforms, raised platforms, you gotta jump your way around, but it's not too bad of a gimmick, and it's a very short dungeon, so I'll just be running around collecting a bunch of chests, collecting a bunch of pots. Yeah, that's another popular thing in this dungeon, the that magic spell that turns you back into the body. And a lot of times they're just hanging out under the overpasses. So I guess that's another trick that the thing has. You can't see maybe potential traps that are lurking under the walkways. So, whoop, ah! So let's just walk around here. Ooh, we got a little hole there we can knock down with our Pegasus boots or a bomb. And we're just going this way to collect some pots. We can bomb up here when we get to a room where we can get some pots. Give you a little preview of what's coming up here. Head on down here. Now the first floor here is just this kind of, this first starts off this big room. So there's not a lot of rooms, but the rooms in here are kind of big, so. Pick up some pots, get some more rupees that we don't need, and we'll jump down here and head over here, walk underneath, climb up here. We're making our way, a long way around. There's a big key door. We're gonna get the big key very shortly. But we just want to clear some pots out here. Not that there's any real treasure. You don't have to get the pots if you don't want to. I'm obsessive compulsive and want to grab them all. So, leave no stone unturned. That's Felfel's motto. Not model. Ugh, I'm slurring my words. Yeah, we got the compass. And there's a little trick. So I guess that's appropriate. This is, Thieves Town Dungeon. And that's the official name of it. And we heard a long, long time ago about Blind the Thief. And he's going to, spoiler, be the boss of this dungeon. But we're going to have to use all the clues that we learned about Blind. And if we're going to want to beat him. Because there's a little trick, a little puzzle to this dungeon. So, the bunny, after a few seconds, you'll turn back into Link, or if you're feeling impatient, you can always just get hit, take damage. Getting hit by anything will turn you back into your normal form. So, back into Felfel. So now we got the big key. We can head up to that big key door. We want to, if we check it on map, we'll notice that the boss is in the room right above us. Yeah, so, but if we go into that room, there's nothing there. Well, that's where the trick and the gimmick in this dungeon comes in. Use our key. This room's gonna look familiar. We came into it from the bottom before, get those two little pots. We'll eventually come around and get it from the top, those other two pots. But let's pick up some more skulls pots. And we have these like little gas clouds. There's like a brown one and a red one. You can destroy them by destroying the red cloud, but you can only hurt the red cloud when it comes out of the brown cloud. So while it's inside the brown cloud, it's invincible. So, another more annoying conveyor belts here. So, luckily there's a lot of those anti-fairies. Pick up the key here, we're gonna head up. We're gonna wanna turn that switch around, but I just wanna come here so we can get this telepathy box. So, get a little bit of clue from the telepathy box. Nope. Nope, can't talk with the telepathy box when we're the rabbit. Felfel, it's me, Zelda. Don't be deceived by the magic of Blind the Thief. Be careful. If we pull this, nope. It's gonna drop these snakes, skull snakes. So, the switch to open that door is actually under one of those skull pots down there. So, we're gonna want to head down here, flip the switch, and we can safely do it from up here by throwing that skull at it, and we avoid all those little spiky traps. So, we'll just pick up one of these pots, throw them around, and we fill our thing. Now this is pretty neat. We're on like the upper floor, and it matches the that little structure that was sticking up in the overworld in the Thief's Town. And we want to get a bomb and throw it there at that crack. Now that opens up the ceiling on the boss's room, because if we look on our map, that this room is above the ceiling of the boss's room, and now light is coming down into that boss's room. So does that mean that the boss is invisible and the light's going to show him off? Well, no. But the light will be necessary to show the boss. Just make our way past these traps. And we can pull out our magic. So, if I can aim it right, I can hit the anti-fairy and fill my life up, so. Yep. Take this guy out. It's like, looks like those, Daria lizards from, Zelda 2. But instead of, having an axe, they have, the red ones shoot fireballs at you. The blue ones just wander around, so. But take out these guys here. There's a switch in the pot in the upper right. I'm not gonna get that right now, but that's gonna open up the door to the right there. But we're gonna head down here. Now this is kind of confusing the first time I was going through this dungeon, but yeah, that block, it's a light block, so even though it's big, we can pick it up. And we're gonna head over here into the dungeon. The jail. I guess even the thieves have jails. And I guess these lizard guys were bad because they're in jail. But you know who else is in jail? The maiden! What's she doing in jail? Oh, thank you very much. You saved me. Please take me outside. Okay, we'll do that. But first, you want to explore the rest of the dungeon because this basement here, there's not much in it. Left in it, but the thing that is here is a very important item, the Titan's Mitt. And now we can lift the heaviest stones, the black colored stones. So, and that's gonna open up a lot of new areas. Basically, it should open up most of the overworld, give us access to dungeons 5 and 6, and most importantly, which is why speedrunners do this dungeon after the first dungeon, Palace of Darkness, is it allows us to get an upgraded sword. So, just went into this room. There's no reason to go into this room other than my completionist desire. But let's head on back up. Get these pots that I missed earlier. We'll also get the pot up here. Now what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take this maiden into the room above, to the boss's room. But she said she wanted to go outside. So if we walk back to the entrance to try to take her outside, wait a minute, please don't go this way. Yeah, she says like, so that's your clue that there's something going on with this lady. She's not as what she appears. And that's where we have to remember what Zelda told us in that telepathy box, that be careful of the magic of Blind the Thief. So, and other clues we had about Blind was that he hates bright light. I guess it's fitting because his name is Blind, I guess. So we take the maiden into this room, and now that the light is coming down from the ceiling, it's going to dispel the spell that he casts. And we got probably one of the tougher bosses. So he flies around, and he's what makes him difficult is he actually has like 3 forms basically. What he's going to do is every time we knock off one of his heads, so he's kind of like Helmet Head in Zelda 2. Where Helmet Head, you knocked off his 2 helmets, and then you had to defeat him again after that. This guy, you have to knock off 2 of his heads and then fight him again. The other 2 heads will be flying around the whole time, shooting fireballs at you. And then you hit his 3rd head again, and that finally defeats him. And I just barely managed to squeak out a win there. So, it's a good thing I had that potion, so. But with that, we get our 4th maiden. And we're gonna get some more info from her, so let's see what she has to say. Of course, she's gonna start off by telling us, thanks to us, she can escape the clutches of the evil monsters. Felfel, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. As the wise men sealed the way to the Dark World, the Knights of Hyrule defended them from the attacks of evil monsters. I heard that the Knights of Hyrule nearly wiped out in that battle. You are perhaps the last one to carry on the bloodline of the Knights. It is ironic that the last one in the line has the potential to become the hero of legend. Surely you can destroy Ganon. I guess that one of those scenes that we saw back in the beginning, that intro, in the intro video, where all those knights were fighting, that might have been a depiction of the knights fighting the monsters. But where do we go from here? Well, find out in our next episode. Thanks for your time. Have a good day. Bye.